Welcome to the Brandon and Ryan Hour, the show for movies, television, entertainment reviews, and commentary. I'm Brandon.
And I'm Ryan. And today, this is our discussion on the last two episodes of Jack Ryan, found on Amazon.
Indeed. The final episodes of the final season of Jack Ryan.
Good job.
All right. Well, with that, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the show. If you haven't seen any of our stuff before, we're going to talk about these episodes like we've seen them because we have. If you haven't, save the video, come back later if you're going to go watch the episodes. If not, just hang out, have some fun, laugh at us. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. But not a real one, like a fake one. Click the screen, kind of. Yeah, what's the other things? Subscribe. That one too. Do that.
Yeah, that way you guys can get notified when we post these videos.
Yes, and we post videos on Sundays, Monday, and Thursday. Sunday and Monday are movie reviews, spoiler free, and all spoilers. And then Thursdays we do comic books, TV shows, anything we want to talk about that's not a movie, but maybe is. Anyways, all right, Ryan, let's get into it.
Yep, let's jump into episode, what is this? Episode 5? Yeah, so episode 5, which is a word that I cannot pronounce. Wukong?
I guess.
I don't know if that's correct or not, but that is the title of the episode.
Where do they come up with these stupid titles?
I don't know. So, what are your initial thoughts of this episode?
It was a pretty good episode. I think it's probably my favorite of the season so far. My favorite of the season altogether.
All right.
There's no more episodes. Lots of action, lots of not story development, but conclusions to the story that were satisfying.
Okay.
So yeah, I rather enjoyed it.
Well, that's great. No, I thought it was a solid episode. Yeah, good action. They telegraphed quite a few things, but that's current Hollywood. But overall, it really didn't... Huh?
What do you mean?
I mean, so there's the death of one of the characters we've been following.
Uh-huh.
And as soon as he walked outside to see his family, I was like, oh, he's going to get shot. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So just little things like that. Like I knew exactly what was going to happen before it happened because they weren't great at keeping things a surprise, I guess.
They did better this season than in season 3, that's for sure. But yeah, it's just...
But I mean, that's just a little nitpick. That's what every show and movie does now. So,
I mean, we're professionals, Ryan. It's hard to sneak something by us.
But I mean, it is what it is. It didn't really take away from the enjoyment of the show, of this episode. Just something I noticed.
Yeah. The only thing I was nitpicking on was the location.
Okay. Why the location?
Didn't quite match up with those coordinates from episode 4.
Oh, okay.
Get off the... I mean, there is an airport near where those coordinates are, but there's probably not a super fancy casino right down the street.
All right.
But yeah. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. You've never been
there. Probably never going to go there. Okay, so dang it. They show up and it kind of just goes right into it.
Yeah.
It's like it seemed like, I guess, it was kind of fun to watch, but some of it just seemed a little convoluted.
Okay.
Because, like, okay, they show up. Oh, you were talking about Telegraph. His girlfriend, I forget her name. I figured she
Kathy.
would show up again sometime.
Yeah. Kathy was her name.
Kathy, yeah. I figured she'd show up again, but I didn't, and then her plane's there. I'm like, oh, surprise, surprise.
Yep.
I guess I don't know. I don't know where to start. Because there's things that annoyed me and things I liked. And I don't know which one I want to talk about. I don't know what kind of mood I'm in.
We'll just pick one and go with it.
The action was good.
Yeah.
I guess the whole plan, like getting into the casino and stuff seemed a little convoluted. Like, why did they need to do all that when he literally had access to the vault and he could have just done it himself?
Yeah. Just to make it more interesting, I guess.
Yeah, like at that point, everybody knows he's, helping them. I don't know. Something I did like was because they kind of changed up the way Jack does things, which I liked.
Okay.
So when his what's her stupid name? Too many
I don't know.
names. Ziara takes Kathy out to the middle of nowhere to this like old prison.
Yeah.
And like it's the big reveal to her that she's the bad guy, it's like, okay. But then I guess what's his name? Chow is he like waits till like, the last minute to tell Jack that she's been kidnapped.
Yeah.
Or is being held hostage or whatever.
Held hostage, right.
And like Jack gets all emotional and he like wants to go rescue her, but he doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
He sticks to the plan. Normally he doesn't stick to the plan. He always deviates from the plan when it just whenever.
Oh, yeah, that's fair.
So I like that they didn't make that too stupid, but that they came up with a plan to rescue her. With Mike. I want a helicopter with guns and missiles on it.
Yeah, that would be pretty awesome. You should totally get one.
I mean, how do you just have a helicopter with guns and missiles parked on your roof?
Well, I mean, he's working for a criminal organization and running a casino, so it fits. Okay.
What about you?
What about me?
What did you like about the episode?
I mean, the action was good, like you already said.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh.
Are you dead?
Hello? I guess so.
Okay. Do you not remember the episode?
I mean, I remember the episode. I'm trying to think of what all happened, though.
Okay. She gets kidnapped.
Uh-huh.
They break into the casino.
Right.
Steal all the stuff.
Uh-huh. I liked how
rescue the girl.
When Chow and the two guys went into the vault, he's like, I need a gun. And then he shoots them both in the back of the head.
Oh, yeah. The one guy, I like. The one guy was like, "Hey, here's a gun." The other guy was like,
Yeah.
"I don't know about this, but
But then they
okay."
hear
Because
somebody trying to get in, and their attention is focused on the vault door, and he's just
door,
like, "All right, now's my chance."
bang bang, yeah.
Um, so yeah, lots of action, lots of explosions, lots of gunfire. I mean, what more do you need in a show?
That's about it.
Yeah.
Okay. I still didn't quite the whole what's her name Ziara's backstory and motivations.
Yeah, they
Never,
never really went into her motivation. She was just had lived there and was part of the criminal organization, I guess.
yeah, and she just wanted to like show that an attack could be done in the states.
Yeah, basically.
Well, like, but
But
why?
why? Yeah.
Is there's no like she's it's like let's just do it to show all the other bad guys in the world that it can be done. Like that's
Yeah, not great motivation.
not great motivation. It seems really weird because it earlier in the previous episode, like her motivation, it seemed like they were making her motivation power
Yeah.
and and yeah, just taking control of things, taking power away from people that she deemed unworthy of power,
Okay.
which made no sense. Like both of her motivations made no sense. Um, and well, I guess that's episode 6, so I won't jump the gun. Um,
Yeah, so after all the explosions and everything, after they get to the vault, get whatever they needed or place the charges, they go to get Chow's family.
yeah.
Because he said all the information was with them. Which why you wouldn't tell them in the first place? Hey, after we do this, we got to go get my family. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But okay.
Well, I think that was the whole point with rescuing his family.
Right, but like they had the entire plan, and after they left the casino, they were like, "All right, we're going to the airfield," and then he's like, "Nope, we got to go get my family." You'd think that would have come up in the plan to
Wasn't there
begin with.
something where like they were supposed to meet him somewhere and they didn't? Like he was trying to call her or something. I thought
So
they were
when
supposed.
when they
Yeah,
got in the house, he was trying to call her,
yeah.
but I don't know if before that he was or not.
I thought. Yeah, I thought the mom and the kid were supposed to meet them at the airport or somewhere.
Okay, I mean that could be it. I could have just missed that.
Yeah, we both could be wrong. I don't know.
But yeah, so they get to the house. Um, they look, can't find them. Oh, look, they're outside, hiding in the bushes.
Well, they didn't really explain why the old guy was looking into the backstory of this kid going to the doctor.
I
Like
don't
he's just
know.
all of a sudden suspicious
Yeah, basically.
about that, and that didn't make a whole lot of sense. Um, yeah, and the odds were pretty good, like going into it, that he was gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so, um, yeah, the bush thing, I didn't understand why they were just outside in the bushes.
Well, the old guy from the organization had come to their house already, so I think they just got freaked out when they heard somebody coming to the house, and they were like, "We gotta hide."
Oh, okay. I see what you said. Yeah, and then he's just on a hill
Yeah,
waiting for somebody to walk outside to shoot them.
yeah, basically.
Okay. Okay. Um but like it's and the when he said my family has all the files or whatever. When he
Hmm.
said that, I was like, oh, it's in the rabbit.
Yeah. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. At first, I thought maybe there was like some kind of when he gave it to her the first time, there was some kind of like audio device or tracking device in it.
Okay.
Um, but then when he said that, I was like, oh, the information's in the rabbit.
Yeah, so his wife and daughter go in the house, and he grabs the rabbit, goes back for the stuffed rabbit, and gets
Yeah,
shot.
he gets shot. Um, which I mean, he's a bad guy, so
He was trying to make amends
no, he wasn't. He was trying to rescue his family.
by making amends.
No,
Yeah, I know.
he's trying to get out.
Yeah,
Still a bad guy.
fair
So
enough.
he didn't want to be a bad guy anymore. But so yeah, so then they're doing stuff back in the States too, like
Hmm.
with that one guy.
Yeah, they're hunting down whatever that guy's name was. I completely don't remember.
Bill.
Bill. Yep.
Yeah, they're hunting down
So
Bill and then trying
Greer's
to
trying
figure
to
out.
find him, interrogating people, showing his gun to poor secretaries.
That's stupid. I don't understand. I don't get it.
Okay.
Like he's the guy. Like I don't know. If somebody came up to me and was like asking me all this information, like for somebody else's private information, and then they
Hmm.
showed me a gun, that's gonna like that. Then it's gonna be a hard no, right
Yeah.
there. You show me a badge, I'm like maybe. Now I'm starting to be like, okay, something's going on here. You're supposed to be a legit guy, but you show me a gun, threaten
Yeah.
me. It's a hard no.
But I mean, he's part of the CIA. He's got the guy's first and last name. How hard is it to get the information you're looking for without threatening some guy?
I don't know. It makes no sense.
Yeah, I agree.
But you wouldn't even have to threaten him. You'd just be like, "Hi, I'm with the CIA. This
Do
guy's a
the CIA
terrorist."
have badges?
Huh?
Do the
They
CIA
have
have
they have to
badges?
have credentials.
Okay,
They have
credentials,
to
yeah.
have something.
Okay.
And it, being the deputy director of the CIA, you probably have some kind of identification.
Okay.
I mean, anything's better than flashing a gun.
Right.
Stupid. Like, it literally makes no sense. And not only that, like he's the CIA. He's in Washington. He could probably just pick up the phone, say, "Hey, sheriff, can you meet me at this address
Yeah.
so you can help me get some information from a nobody who works a desk job?"
Yeah.
Like, there's other people.
Yeah,
Like
and he also called his kid for a ride instead of calling somebody who works at the CIA.
Yeah. He's like, "Oh, I got to break out of the hospital now." Do you have to break out? Like,
No, like you can just sign yourself out. You don't have to stay in the
yeah.
hospital.
I
You
mean, you
can
got
refuse medical
stabbed.
care.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, you can just leave. So yeah, that some of the things, and taking your high school age kid, your teenage son,
Hmm.
on I don't know to find terrorists.
Probably not the best move as a parent.
Yeah, probably not. They didn't go the whole kidnapping the kid thing.
Yeah.
When he showed up, I was like, oh, are we gonna? Is he gonna get kidnapped? Is it?
Nope. He just played chauffeur.
It's just chauffeuring him around, and he's like, "You didn't see or hear nothing. Stay in the car."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're cutting between uh, wherever Jack was at,
Myanmar.
and DC, just cutting back and forth. So, yeah, so they've saved Kathy, go to the airstrip with the Chow's family, and then, oh, look, a whole bunch of bad guys are here, so we got to shoot at them so the plane can take off.
Yeah.
And so plane takes off with Kathy, the wife, and the daughter. And Jack and what is the Chavez
and Mike
are sitting there just shooting at him, and Mike's like, "I'm gonna get back in the helicopter that's got guns and missiles in it," and starts tearing people up.
And then he blows them up, and then they look at each other like,
"All right,
that
then.
makes sense. Why didn't we think of that?"
Yeah, so plane takes off, and then they get in the helicopter and make it. I think they said like 50 miles because the helicopter got shot and they lost fuel.
Yeah, they flew to some island off the coast of Thailand or something.
Yeah.
Which, okay. But then, as soon as, Chavez is, so they land, and then okay, let's take a nap.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, you got to get your Z's in when you can, I guess.
So he calls Greer, and they're talking, and then after they get done talking, when they're gonna raid Bill Tuttle's house, he's like, "Wake up, Chavez," and he goes to wake him up, and Mike gets shot in the shoulder.
Yeah.
Okay, so in episode, that's where it picks up from 5 to 6. In episode 5, it looked like that shot was closer to the center of his chest, but in episode 6, it was higher up on the shoulder. So maybe they decided not to kill him.
Maybe they're like, we kind of still need that guy.
Yeah, either that or the prop guy put the squib in the wrong spot, but whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. So episode ends with Jack getting kidnapped, taken, and they just ignored Chavez and Mike from there.
Yeah, and
they just take Jack for some reason.
And I guess they didn't really explain it, but it kind of looked like that was an American team.
Yeah, kind of.
Doing the extraction, because Bill had used American teams to do other stuff to kill that president guy.
Yeah, and Lagos.
No, was it Lagos?
Yes, sure? It was.
I think it was. It might have been. I don't remember. Why can't I remember?
But yeah, so then we jump over to episode 6, where Jack's been taken, and calls back to the first episode where he's hung up and getting tortured.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's fun stuff.
Yeah,
some good torture. So yeah, he's getting tortured. Mike and Chavez are on foot trying to get to some town that's nearby. Greer is trying to get information out of Bill and
what's her face?
Oh, Elizabeth found out about the other guy, Abayo?
Yeah. So she gets confirmed as the director of the CIA, then finds that out.
Yeah. That confirmation was annoying.
Okay.
Did you find it annoying?
Anytime she's on screen, I'm annoyed.
Not her.
Not her. I know. But she was just sitting there very smug the entire time.
I don't know. I don't know if I was paying attention to her because the whole...
But calling each person out and then yes or no, or yay or nay.
Yeah. I was like, It's like some interesting politics going on here.
All right.
I forgot what I was going to say.
Well, great job. Way to
Yes.
forget.
Completely forgot. Oh, so yeah, Elizabeth finds out about him because of his picture at the hospital or whatever.
Rec Center.
So, whatever. Greer is interrogating Bill, and then she is talking to him,
Mm-hmm.
and like he wants complete immunity
Mm-hmm.
to tell them stuff,
In exchange to tell them where Jack is.
but then he doesn't.
Yeah. Because they saved Jack, and they didn't need him to tell them where they had Jack.
Yeah, but legally, he still would have had to tell them, or else it doesn't seem like the contract is fulfilled.
Okay.
So, just saying, paper burns.
Yeah, that's fair.
That was just an annoying scene. I was like Greer's all pissed off about it, and I'm pretty pissed off about this too, Greer. It's like, I feel you. This is stupid.
Yeah.
And Bill's like telling them like little bits of information and like making them guess. I'm like, just what's with all the like theatrics? You're caught. Like, just give it up. Like,
Mm-hmm.
stop being annoying. So Mike and Chavez go to some town and like buy random stuff like a knife, a spear gun.
The spear gun, yeah.
I guess they buy that boat, and then Chavez goes. He said he knew where they were, or Mike knew where they were taking him.
Right, because that's where he picked Kathy up from.
Yeah. Which I guess that makes sense. But how long would it have taken to get there by boat?
I don't know.
If they flew I don't know.
Enough time to torture Jack, because they electrocuted him, beat him, burned him with scalding hot water, or boiling water, and then threw salt on the burns. Yeah. Oh, that
was a lot of salt, too.
Yeah.
They're like, here's a big bucket of salt just right on your back.
Yeah. And John Krasinski did a fantastic job in that performance.
That was pretty good. Because, like, I don't know, to feign being in that much pain.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't know. Sometimes you need a little actual pain. Why were they torturing him, though? I guess I missed that part or didn't understand why.
So, Zyra, whatever her name was, was trying to see what all they knew of their plan. And he wouldn't tell them anything. So she kept asking him, what do you know, and who did you tell? So that's the information. So I don't know.
And
we just needed a good torture scene. Okay. So that's what they were doing.
They blew up all those remote detonation devices.
Mm-hmm. That were in the vault, but apparently there were still
4 at large.
Okay, 4.
Because there were 5 out there. They had 1.
Right.
And there's still 4 at large. We didn't know who had those.
Okay.
We never found out who had those. And so yeah, I don't know. That's just some of the. There's a lot of loose ends that they didn't like. I guess they're just like whatever. Like either they thought they were gonna have more episodes.
Yeah, probably. Because I think
Yes,
most of them were 8 episodes. This one's only 6.
Yeah.
So I'm betting they just kind of crammed everything together at the end because they had 2 less episodes than they thought.
And I guess was it? I'm trying to think. Yeah, 5. Jack wasn't in it a lot because they kept going back to the States a lot.
Yeah.
Between Greer and Elizabeth.
Uh-huh.
And then all the stuff with Ciara and Kathy and all that. So he wasn't in the episode that much except for all the action stuff. And the torture.
Yeah, so Chavez is going through. He gets back to the prison and starts just killing everybody with a spear gun and a knife. And then, like, one grenade.
Yeah. Like, all those guys had guns. Why didn't he take... All he needed to kill was one and then get their gun.
Yeah.
But it worked.
Guess it was more fun to use a spear gun and a knife.
Yeah. The scene where she's talking to him through the door.
Uh-huh.
I really like that scene. She's just talking. She's like, you come in, I'm going to shoot him.
Uh-huh.
Blah, blah, blah. And then she says she'll give money to all his team, all his dead team members' family.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, he just, like, descends from the ceiling in the room.
Yep.
That's pretty good. And
then she got her comeuppance.
Yeah, well, his thing with the, he's like, just name one guy
of the people on my team, yeah.
One name. He's like, I'll let you walk out of here. Yeah. Like, it's like, dang it. If I would have just read that email a little bit more, maybe I could remember a name. Like, I would just, like, say it. I'd be like, John. John was definitely, I remember John being on there, for sure. No John? Are you sure?
No? Oh, okay.
Was it Juan? Jimmy. Is it? No? Okay. Just shoot me then. Yeah, as soon as she says Chavez, he's just like, pow. I was like, yeah, that was... She deserved it.
Yep.
For many, many reasons. Yeah, so Mike is just like walking up into their army base and was like, hey, can I borrow a plane?
Uh-huh.
I have a CIA business card. Give me
I don't even know if it was a CIA business card. It looked like it just had a sticker of the CIA on the back.
No, when it turned over, it said like CIA.
It said consultant. Did it say CIA? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it said something, and then it said his name on it. And I'm like, that seems like you'd need
just a little bit more.
A little bit more than a wriggled up business card.
To borrow a plane, yeah.
Borrow a plane, yeah. So Mike's been shot.
Uh-huh.
Jack has been electrocuted, burned, salted, beat for hours.
Mm-hmm.
And then 5 seconds later, they're in Washington.
Did they go straight to Washington?
I don't know.
I thought they went to the Texas border right from there. I don't think they ever touched down in D.C.
No, because they were with Greer, and then they all went down to Texas.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, because Mike was with the tech guy.
Oh, right.
He's like, you did all this? And the guy was like, no. And he's like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You were funnier in the first episode. So, yeah. So they get...
You're right.
To Washington. And, like, Mike's kind of fine. Jack's fine. Like, what? How did you guys get healed up in, I don't know how long it takes to fly from there, but like 12 hours at least. You're flying literally halfway across the world.
Well, they used D&D logic. They just took a long rest and everything was fine.
Oh, it was a long rest. That's why Chavez was taking a short rest in the plane. I never thought about that. I guess you're right. That makes perfect sense. Makes absolute perfect sense now. I'll try never to question it again.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. My back is split open, and I've been electrocuted many, many times. I'm gonna need more than a long rest.
Right.
Maybe he was pumped full of morphine. I don't know. I don't think I'd be running around the Mexican border shooting people.
Yeah, so they get down to Mexico, figure out that they're looking for some cars that are being transported that have the bombs in them.
Oh, yeah, because Bill had ordered 5 trucks from...
Well, somebody had ordered 5 trucks in Bill's name and sent him a package.
Yeah, right.
With keys and whatnot,
keys
yeah.
Yeah.
So they're down there looking for a transport truck with Toyotas on it.
Toyotas, I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah, crappy car. We really don't like Toyotas.
May not have been Toyota.
It was Toyota because they said it like 5 times.
Okay, I didn't care what kind of car it was. It didn't matter.
Yeah, so they're down there watching transports come in with trucks to see which one they think it is. Find it.
There's a lot of tech going on. Like, border crossing didn't look like it did back in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I don't remember that border crossing looking like that.
Yeah, they have a giant shootout with bad guys at the border. Find the bomb, disable it.
They find the bomb they have the key for. Disable that one. And then it's like the simplest bomb ever to disable. You just cut the wire going to the OnStar.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it worked, I guess.
I guess. Did they ever say up until the end? Like, the only time I ever heard them say what kind of bomb it was at the end.
Nah, it was just at the end. They just kept referring to it as a bomb throughout the entire show.
Yeah, it wasn't
or what they assumed was a bomb.
A chemical bomb.
Yeah.
Because it's like, how big are these are these nukes? Like, what are we talking about here? But they never said, so I was kind of confused. But like, okay, for the most part, after the rescue of Jack, the story's pretty much over.
Yeah, I mean, they were just wrapping stuff up. That was it. So 90% of the show was just epilogue, basically.
Yeah. So like the whole shootout and all the stuff down in Mexico, I don't know, it was kind of just
Yeah.
Like they shoot a couple guys and then they clip a purple wire. And that's it. So it's kind of like, this is kind of anticlimactic. Like, you've already did all the fun, cool stuff, and now it's just kind of like,
Yep. And then we get the end where Jack's in front of Congress.
And I didn't think about it until he went to testify, until they showed the testify scene, and I was like, oh, it's about to get even stupider. About to do something dumb, plot twist for no reason.
Yep.
I don't know. What did you think about that?
Again, I saw it coming because earlier in the show, whatever the director's name is, I keep forgetting what her name is.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Weir?
I don't remember what her last name is.
Weir? If her name is
No.
Elizabeth Weir, that's going to irritate me.
But anyway, like they bring the paper to her. Right. They bring the paper to her that Jack has at the end, and she says like, "Oh," or makes some weird face. I'm like, okay, so the main senator guy that she's been dealing with signed that, and he's got something to do with it.
Because I saw it show up on the screen, and I was like, what? It was like 2 seconds. You can't see anything. You just see a document.
And
the one lady's like, "Ma'am, you want to look at this?" And then she looks at it, and she's like, "Oh."
Yeah.
And you're like,
so,
what?
like, again, they completely telegraphed the entire thing.
Yeah.
So I wasn't surprised by it, but didn't really fit into what had been going on.
It didn't. It didn't make a lot of sense. It seemed unnecessary. And to me, it just seemed like
it was just a way to get Jack to prove everyone in the room that he was smarter than the senators.
Yeah, than everybody else. And I don't know. It kind of seemed like a jab at Republicans.
You think so?
I mean, I don't know. I might be reading into it, but the senator's name.
Okay.
Henshaw.
Oh, yeah. And he was from Texas as well. Yeah.
Yeah. And it sounds like
Crenshaw. Yeah, like Crenshaw. Okay.
Yeah. And he's from Texas. And for some reason, all Republicans hate her and the CIA, which doesn't make sense.
All right.
And why a senator would want or would be a terrorist and want to kill Americans on American soil is like the dumbest thing ever. And they never gave a reason for it.
Yeah, never gave a reason. But he just...
Money? I don't think that's a motivator.
Yeah.
For someone with that much power.
Yeah, so I mean, Jack just tells him off in front of everyone and the news crews, and then just walks out.
Yeah, which didn't make sense either, because I don't know, if I'm the senator from Texas that is basically facilitating all of this stuff, and he starts talking like that, I'm like, oh, this doesn't sound so good. Sounds like he knows things. Shut your mouth. We're done here.
Yeah, cut the mic. If he doesn't shut up, get the...
Because they can turn the mics off.
Yeah, they can cut the mic. They can get the guy who's in charge of the Senate chambers.
Yeah, and why would they have a CIA briefing
on live TV?
Televised live, where there's classified information.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Okay. Because all their other CIA hearings were closed.
Were closed, yeah.
They're like, let's do this one open, where there was a terrorist attack, and we're going to talk about it, because that's what we do. This is... The way these writers think the American government works doesn't make any sense. It's not how it works.
Okay.
But... yeah, so episode 6 was kind of eh.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as the previous episode, as episode 5 was. But
episode 5 seemed to basically be the end of the story to me. After they rescued Jack, I'm like, all right, rescue Jack. Just gotta
but it was still better than what 3 and 4 were awful. So this one was still better than that. Just not as good as the previous one.
I did like that. They gave him the, walking off into the sunset scene.
Okay.
With his girlfriend. I can't remember her name. But
Kathy.
Yeah, they let him ride off into the sunset, and they left it kind of ambiguous, but it's the final season, so
yeah,
we know it's not really that ambiguous, but I like that they did that. It's fitting. And yeah, so I don't know. I'm not sad it's over. Because
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of indifferent.
yeah,
So like
seasons are
this
very
season,
up and down.
yeah, this season was good for the most part. But like season 1 was excellent from what I remember.
Right.
And then it just kind of seems to have gone down a little bit and then hit an all-time low with last season.
Yeah.
And this one came back up. So I'm not sad that it's over. Like I'm not attached to these characters now.
Yeah. Season 2 was bad. Season 3 was worse. This was better than season 2, but not as good as season 1.
Yeah.
So, season 3 I would not recommend watching, but season 4, it's okay. It's an okay watch. So, anything else? Final thoughts?
Yeah, I mean that wraps up the entire season and the show as a whole. So not upset I watched this season.
Yeah, I would agree to that. I was mad about season 3.
Oh, me too.
If you've seen season 3, go watch our reviews of season 3. Spoiler alert: we don't like them.
Not in the least.
Not at all. I'll leave a link in the description to the season 3 review. But I don't want to think about it anymore.
But yeah, you guys can go back and watch that. You can also hit that like button if you made it this far into the video.
Better
and
hit the like button.
Huh?
They better hit the like button if they made it this far.
Yeah, if you made it this far, hit that like button because we need it and we appreciate it.
Yeah, it's fine. Comments. You know,
yeah.
Leave your comments, leave your feedback. Let us know what you want us to watch next.
And make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode.
Forgetting to subscribing. And follow us on Twitter at BRH Reviews. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
I don't know.
That is it.
That's it. All right. With that, see you guys next time.